AP Cram, Calculus AB, Free Response Exam Review, Question 17, Relative Minima or Maxima. All right, so consider the differential equation dy dx is equivalent to 2x minus y. Let y be equivalent to f of x, be the particular solution to the differential equation with the initial condition f of 2 is equivalent to 3. What this is saying is that when you put in an x value of 2, you get an output 3, a y of 3. Does f have a relative minimum or maximum, or neither at x is equivalent to 2, and justify your answer? Some people, like me, when I first encountered this problem, are like, whoa, what's going on? That's okay. Sit tight for the answer. But for those of you who understand what is being asked of you, I'll give you a moment to formulate and write out your answer. And for those of you who aren't sure, that's fine. The answer is coming up. All right, so like I said before, what they're asking you is whether you have a relative minimum or maximum, okay? What the real hidden question they want to know is whether or not at f of 2, at x equals 2, do you have a critical point? And critical points are of two types. They're of the type where the derivative is equivalent to 0 or undefined. But we're not concerned about the undefined portion. We're more concerned about where the derivative is equal to 0, because if it is, at that point, you have a critical point, or you can have a relative minimum or maximum, depending on whether the prior to that critical point, whether the function is decreasing and then after, or increasing, or whether the function is increasing prior to the x equals 2 and then decreasing after x is equivalent to 2. All right, just imagine this on a Cartesian coordinate plane. So in order to have a relative minimum or a maximum, the derivative has to be equal to 0, or dy dx has to be equivalent to 0. So let's see if that's true. And if it's not true, then we don't need to do any further solving because it's going to be neither. So we're asked basically to evaluate dy dx at the point set, at the point or the solution set 2, 3. Okay, so let's do that. So 2 times 2, because we have to input 2 here, minus 3, because we have to input our 3 here, is going to give you 1. That's not equal to 0. Therefore, f, or y, or f of x, whatever you want to call it, has neither a relative minimum nor a relative maximum at x equals 2. Okay, so these problems are sometimes easier than you think. All right.